Hello everyone. Welcome to Tarot Between Sisters. I have the camera kind of tilted funny this time. There we go. Okay. Got a bun on my hair. I don't know why I want to do this when I want to get a bun. Okay. Today, first of all, I'm going to show you, excuse me, crystal of the day. Lady Tabs gave this to me. My heart. It's selenite. It is so beautiful. It's like the stuff that dreams are made of. Look at that. Like there's just something so, and it is a cleansing crystal. So it makes sense that when you see it, how it just, like it just gives you one of those, man. Like it just gives you one of those, just complete like, and then the angel wings, it's like we are so supported and we are so guided. And when we recognize that and trust that, because I know I've done it before where I'm like, hey, that was so inspired. Like you feel inspired, right? And then a couple minutes later, you start doubting what you did because you're thinking with the ego again. And it's like, it's a little bit frustrating. I had a day like that yesterday. So thank you, Lady Tabs, for helping me through it. Mwah. But yeah, it's that constantly shifting your mind back to the decisions that you want and the experiences that you want. And so it's that constant reminding yourself that if you're feeling shitty, you're using the wrong thought system. That's it, man. But oh, do I get stuck in it sometimes, as does everybody. Like I'm not, like, this is a thing. This is a thing. This is why we're here. Anyway, today I have actually a really kind of cool thing that Spirit gave me, and I don't know where it's going. Literally, a lot of times when I get a message, I get like the download of the beginning, middle, end, right? And then I just have to communicate it in a way that it's supposed to be communicated, right? This time I got the beginning, and then I got an idea to find out the end. And what they keep saying to me is choose your own adventure. So today we're gonna do a little tarot inspired choose your own adventure. And they gave me an initial situation. And so I'll explain that initial situation, and then we're gonna do two like card spreads to see it with each decision that you make, like, so it would be two different outcomes. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm excited about that. Okay, so the initial situation that I keep on not being able to shake all morning, I have gotten this inspiration. And it's funny, we're doing choose your own adventure, like for decisions, and then I wear the lover shirt. I was gonna wear the lover shirt from the beginning of the day because I was like, oh, it's terrible. Like, why have I not worn this earlier? And then I'm putting the shirt on just now, and I was like, choose your own adventure goes with my shirt. Anyway, so the initial situation. Have you seen Kill Bill? I love Kill Bill. At the end of the second movie, when she actually is confronting Bill, and Bill is making sandwiches, and then their little girl BB, which I thought, for instance, was Phoebe, and I was like, yeah, oh, it's BB. Still cool. BB, he was telling a story of when she took her goldfish out of the glass, like out of the tank, and then put it on the floor and stepped on it. And her energy, I'm talking about BB's energy. So what Spirit's communicating to me in that minute when she took that goldfish out of the tank and squished it on the floor, she was very sure about her decision. She was curious. She knew what was going to happen, but at the same time, she was kind of curious, like, what does happen, right? Like that whole thing about death, right? We're all kind of curious. And so she took it out. So in that minute, she was sure of her decision. But then when you were watching her in that movie, when Bill's explaining what's happening, she's very unsure, waiting for the mom's feedback, maybe, afraid of the judgment of the mother. And so she's kind of sitting there and she's like that kind of situation. So again, I have no idea where this is going. I have no idea what decision even to make. So like, do we take, I guess that unsureness, because that's what struck me more than anything. All morning I've been kind of wanting to do this. Like, I'm kind of unsure. So Nux is going to join us. So it's the unsureness. So it's like, we've done something in a situation that we're sure of, and then all of a sudden we change to unsureness. Unsureness? So we're going to, and it's funny that we're using this, or that we're, whatever, this deck, Lightseers. Do you see his whiskers? I love this deck, but for some reason, I'm so unsure while I'm using it. So again, this is like a perfect Perfect thing to do. Okay, so let's see what decisions are made in this scenario with being unsure. Okay, so in this, okay, first decision, Fool. So you've decided to let whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to let this scenario bring me down. I'm going to look at it with this naive optimism almost, with the newness of like, okay, so I did this thing that I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm going to look at it like it's an experience. I'm going to go into it with my heart open and my mind open, and it's going to be an experience. So let's see. And then the next one we got was Six of Cups. So that's a nostalgic card. So that's the looking back. So okay, Spirit, what are you saying about this? Because that's a... Okay, so I feel that in this card, it's like weighing the two options, because this first decision, so you're going into something very open-hearted. I'm going into this very open-hearted. I'm going to let things come and I'm going to assess them in a non-judgmental way. I'm not going to condemn myself. I'm just going to go forward and see where this takes me. And then you're brought with, okay, do I want to look at this with innocence or expert? Because he's had time to live. Okay, I need to get a Kleenex. Hold on. And back. Okay, he's had time to live his life. And so he's had time to get experiences and learn from those experiences. Whereas this guy, he's just new in his life. So he is looking at things with like that total new optimism. And so you're still kind of in a mode of, okay, how do I look at this? Eight of Pentacles. So this is inner work. This is, I want to say cataloging, which is a really weird way of saying this, but this is cataloging your experiences and deeming them worthy of your time and your belief. So if they bring you happiness, or unworthy, which should just be let go of. So this whole time, okay, this whole thing, I'm getting a non-judgmental thing. So this whole road. So like you're sure, like you're unsure of yourself and you're waiting for this other person to almost judge you, right? In a sense, like you're waiting for this other person's input to let you know if you're okay or not. Am I sick? Like, am I guilty? Am I a sinner? Am I, right? You're waiting for this other person's judgment. So this road, I would think, is that you're going down the road of non-judgment. You're, you know what? I'm not going to be all like sheepish and like waiting for someone else to judge me or waiting for someone else to weigh in on the situation. Because I know that, yeah, I killed my goldfish and it probably wasn't the best thing to do in that moment. But if I judge myself and condemn myself for that, then I'm carrying that energy with me when it should have been left after I squished the fish on the carpet. Like, again, not to say like, oh, let's be sociopaths and kill things. That's not what I'm saying. But it's the energy in which you allow yourself to go with the flow. Like Lady Tavs has been saying it, like the alignment thing. Being in alignment is understanding that you are not judging what's happening. As soon as you judge what's happening, you're out. You're out of alignment. As soon as you judge, you're out. So this whole thing, I get the energy of just this ease. Okay, so why did I kill the goldfish? Not asking someone else's opinion and not waiting for what they say. You go internally and you're like, why did I kill that goldfish? And you're like, okay, I was angry at the goldfish. Why was I angry at the goldfish? Well, I don't know, it pissed me off for a second. Okay, let's look at that. Why are you angry? Well, I think I'm angry because, I don't know, it just comes from somewhere, but I do have bouts of anger. Okay, let's look at that. What brings anger out in you? Where's your triggers? Where do you need to heal? Right? So it's like a very non-judgmental way of looking at yourself. A very easy way of looking at yourself. And she is like, she's got all of her stuff in front of her. And she too is not judging how long it takes to go through it. Like to me, whenever I see a moon cycle like that, it's always meaning that it's going to take some time. Like this isn't a quick fix. So again, there's just this ease with things. So this is like a very easy road, and you're still dealing with some very real things, right? Like you're looking at why you wanted to kill that goldfish. That's not an easy thing. That's a darkness that no one really likes to look at, but we have to. We got to look at it. And we have to look too, like, okay, so now I've lived my life from here and I've gone through here. Is looking back at this, and almost I get this really weird feeling of mourning not being youthful anymore. Well, do I really need to look back? Because then I'm spending all my time in the past. And I need to be here. So I need to be here and appreciate what I've done in my life and how far I've come. Okay, let's get one more card for this side. Oh, I didn't show you the Fool. Ah, that's the Fool. So you can see just like no care in the world, easy, carefree. I'm going to go over here because I want to. Like there's no stuck, right? There's good movement. Oh, let's see what that one is. 8 of Wands. Okay. But it was upside down. Okay, it's upside down. That makes more sense because I was like, 8 of Wands is like super fast movement and like super fast messages and stuff going through. And I just said that this was going to take some time. So upside down though is that it's not coming in super fast. And I think again, okay, this goes into what I was saying. You've judged how long you think it's going to take. You have judged something. And so now you're out of alignment. You're out of this flow that you were going in because you were just allowing. As soon as you start judging, you go, and then you go into another path. And so, speaking of the other path, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle again just to kind of cleanse the energy. So what is our second choice? And where does that go? Ooh, these cards are slick. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, Queen of Wands. She was sideways though. And it's funny, I've been getting a lot of sideways cards lately and I've been taking them as sideways. King of Cups. And I'm not even necessarily saying that these two paths, one's good, one's bad. That's not what I'm saying. We're just trying to see the energy of what happens with decisions. That's it. That's what this video I think is that every decision that you make takes you a different route, like the Choose Your Own Adventures. And you can control it because when you start becoming aware of how many decisions you're actually making, you can start going and kind of tailoring it and pushing it to another area, okay? So Queen of Wands, I love her. I love her. Okay, I think I just got the story. So Queen of Wands is a lovely woman. And she, like I said yesterday in the reading, she just is. She just is herself. There's no apologizing. There's no, she's like vibrant and passionate. And she is the one that is making things happen. And we got the Magician. And so remember I said yesterday, oh my God, that the Queen of Wands actually reminds me very much of the Magician because it's like there was something here that now is in the 3D world. She's able to bring creativity and ideas to the tactile realm. So it's funny that those two came out today. Oh my God, I love it when a later video confirms a previous one. Okay, so this first road, I'm getting going with the flow and being in alignment. And so you're just kind of, there's like a more innocence here. There's almost a not quite knowing your full potential yet. And so you're allowing yourself to be guided a little bit more because you're kind of like, I don't really know what to do. So I'm just going to allow universe to take me, which is fucking great. Okay. When you're in alignment, shit, things feel amazing. But the Queen of Wands, so choosing that, it's more, I know what I can do in this realm. I am so confident and I know my own power. I know my own worth. So there's a much more mature way with her. And there's a much more, this is kind of weird to say, this being in alignment with the universe goes kind of past 3D, if that makes sense. And 3-dimensional is what I'm meaning. There's 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional. There's probably like a gazillion dimensions, but this one is like the most tactile, okay? 3D, it's like the most solid, right? Whereas the other ones are more in the mind. And so they're a lot more eccentric, a lot more I can never think of the right word, but there's no limits. It's a lot easier. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Cannot find it. I'll probably think of it later. And so this road feels a lot more solid in the sense of 3D solid. It's less 5D, a little bit more 3D. It's you're trying to change this dimension and you're trying to, or you are like, I know how to manifest. I know how to bring the things into this reality. It's not so abstract was the word I was talking about. This is more abstract. This is more, I don't want to say limited, but we are limited here, right? With a body, right? Like we can't fly. We can't fly. So this one seems more like that. The Magician is still, you understand how to manifest and how to bring things into this realm, but it's a lot more tactile is my point. And so to come here, then we get to the King of Cups upside down. So that, the King of Cups is, he's very knowing in his energy. He's in touch with his emotions. He doesn't use his things for bribery or for manipulation, right? But he's upside down. So there's a little bit of manipulation of energies, which is what the Magician does, man. The Magician manipulates energies. And so this route is more tactile and more something that you can see, so you can believe in it a little bit easier. But it does kind of lead sometimes to a misunderstanding of what energy is for. So the King of Cups is like, he's upside down. So yeah, he's a little manipulative. And he's a little bit unsure of himself. And he's a little bit, he doesn't want to give his emotions freely because he doesn't understand how it's working, right? So there's a little bit less love flowing. It's a little bit more in your head thinking, and which is weird because it's the cups, I know that, but it's a little bit more overthinking as far as just giving and doing, okay? Okay, we're going to get one more card on this side, and this is going to be a longer video, but whatever. Oh, she popped. And then Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this one, again, this road seems a lot more solitary. Like the Nine of Pentacles is the independent woman. She does everything herself. She does everything on her own. She is happy in that isolation because she doesn't need to rely on anyone. And so she has, again, the Queen of Wands, like to have this in the beginning and this in the end makes sense with this route. So it's almost like both are happy endings because the Nine of Pentacles, she's happy in her independence, right? She's happy in her independence. Like look at her, she's taming birds and shit. Like she's a happy lady. But it seems more singular, if that makes sense. This route is a little bit more alone. But it's funny because I don't feel unhappy in this aloneness. I feel accomplished. It just, I guess, depends on what kind of decisions you're making to go with the flow of the universe or take matters into your own hands. Both are fine. Whatever is suiting you at that time is fine. It just depends on what outcome you want. I was going to say it, but I stopped myself. I watch back my videos and I'm like, okay, Phoebe, like, but then it's funny because when I want to stop saying it, I'm actually stopping the channeling happening because I'm so used to saying so that it's almost like a lubricant. I know it sounds really weird, but it's a lubricant almost for my words. So when I try to monitor what I'm saying, I take myself out of this flow a little bit. Anyway, this was just a fun little thing. Choose your own adventure to Judgment and that weird, like, I don't know how this all came together, but I think it did. And anyway, it was just fun. Even if I said something that resonated, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. This was just a fun little experiment that I kind of wanted to try. If it worked, if you liked it, we can do more in the future. Just enjoyed it, man. I was going to say it again. It's hard to know how to say. I'm Lady Phoebe. I think I did not say that in the beginning. Choose love, then choose love again. Be compassionate to yourself and be compassionate to others. Mwah! Bye.